John Vickers with Vail Village Arts. I want to get it just right. Has come in. You come in every once in a while and talk about this wonderful artist that you have, Kevin Box, and the amazing stuff that he does with what we all know as like origami, taking it to a much more in-depth, beautiful level of art.
Well, he's perfected this technique of casting paper into metal, be it bronze, stainless steel, or aluminum. And it started with the origami crane, something that he himself could fold and then transfer that through the lost wax process, lost paper process, if you will, into metal. And he's perfected that over about the last 10 years. And then that kind of has taken a life of its own, from cranes to horses, which are origami, onto his most notable piece, the rock, paper, scissors.
Of course.
And this is a very iconic piece. Everybody gets it. We have it in probably 5 or 7 different sizes.
Really?
We had one out front of the gallery last year, a 10-foot version of it.
Of this?
Right.
That's amazing.
Right. And so it's just, it's a little lighthearted, but Kevin is, I always say that Kevin is an artist with a plan. I mean, he has a plan of where he wants to go with his art, and I can't say that about every artist that I carry.
Right.
But he is embarking on, he's doing botanical garden shows around the country.
He's going to be in Naples in Florida, right?
Exactly.
I'm going to Naples in April. Will he be there in April?
No. It's his big show will open in May in Columbus, Ohio at the Botanical Gardens there. A smaller version of that show then goes to Naples, Florida next winter. Okay. You got to go to Naples in the winter.
I can do that too.
That's the time.
I can figure out a way to make that happen. So really the process, in layman's terms, simplifying it, what's the process?
Well, it's hard to simplify. As Kevin says, on a good day it's about a 36-step process. But it's much like most artists sculpt in clay or wax, and then molds are built around that. Here he's folding paper and having to burn that paper out of the mold, and the problem with that, and also gather detail in that paper in some instances. The problem with that is it leaves patches of unburnt issues and stuff. So it took a lot of years to figure out how to do it perfectly. Right. And so it's been a long process. He does it very well. He collaborates now with a lot of famous origami artists that all they do is fold the paper, and then he casts that. Wow. And we've got a couple outstanding pieces like that that took like 18 months to figure out for this one origami artist, Robert Lang, out of Minnesota, how to fold the Pegasus out of one piece of paper. And the cool thing in the gallery is we have the bronze version of the Pegasus, which is very ornate. And then to prove that it was done out of one piece, they've unfolded the paper and cast the paper behind it. So it's very, very cool.
Isn't it amazing, John, just to think about the simplicity of paper? Origami is not easy, but it's not, my kids can do the basic folds.
Exactly.
But then to take it to a dimension like this that is, it's fascinating, really, because it's like who'd have thunk,
Right,
like
exactly.
And that's
the idea is kind of simple, but what it does, and now it can last a lifetime. In the metal. Yeah, so it's great.
VickersCollection.com is your website.
Correct.
476-2070 is your phone number. John Vickers, thanks for coming in on Happy Easter to you.
Thank you very much.
We're going to check in with Ty next. Oh, thank you. Nice shirt to you, too. We're going to take it over to Ty here shortly, find out what the weather's doing. We're going to check in with Martha back in Lionshead shortly. You're watching Good Morning Vail on TV8.